What's going on, y'all? St. Piper, aka Black Native. How y'all doing? I'm doing well. I know all things working for our good, so I'm keeping that divine perspective, man. Today, you might find yourself holding on, just trying to be strong, trying to last through it. And that's good. That's a time to be strong, but that's also a time to be powerful. And today, we're going to talk about the difference. So being strong is mostly about your defense, how much you can take, how much you can withstand, how many outside forces and pressures you can be tough against and be resilient. That's all being strong is really about. A lot of people don't know that. You know, they call being powerful strong and they call being strong being powerful. They actually don't know the difference. But if you look it up on Google, being strong is about how much you can take. Straight up, in layman's terms, is how much you can take. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, y'all. Being powerful is how much change you can affect. How can you affect change, right? In what ways you can be powerful, right? It's also about how you can influence others. How you can influence others. How can you? Ask yourself that. Do you influence others? Do you change things for the better? How powerful are you? That's your power. So if we're talking about a fight, a boxing match, your defense is your strength. How much can you be punched on, in what spaces? Like, how good is your defense? But when we're talking about power, it's how much power is there in your punch, your left, your right hook, your jabs. That's affecting your change, your punches. Right? If we talking about this in the spiritual sense, a lot of people can withstand negativity, and they always say just go ahead, push through it, deal with that bad job work, that bad workplace, the bad energy in your family. Just deal with it. That's strength, dealing with it. But power is making that change, leaving that job, finding a new job, starting your own business. All right. Healing your family members who have a deep pain, a deep problem, so that they won't actually be negative people. That's power. How can you influence your environment, right? That's your power. All right, that's a few ways, and we were talking about spirituality, that you can show your power. One is your spiritual abilities. Your spiritual abilities, right? And your psychic abilities. These are the things that God gifted you with. You got spiritual gifts and psychic abilities. You know what I'm saying? Some people can read minds. Some people can they manifest anything. They got alchemy. They got all of these different practices. Those are your powers. Another way, the words you speak. That's power. So if we look at the armor of God, if y'all don't know what the armor of God is, please, I encourage you to go look it up. But man, it's really beautiful thing, and you can see it in almost every aspect of this world. The armor of God consists of the shoes, the belt, the chest, the shield, and also the helmet and the sword. So you got the shoes that prepare the way for peace, the belt of truth, the chest plate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation. This is your helmet, your hair. And then also there's the word of God, which is the sword. Now, out of all of this, that's a lot of strength, right? Your shoes prepare the way. That could be offensive or defensive, but you got your belt, right? You got your chest plate of righteousness. You have your shield of faith, and then you have your helmet, which protect your crown, right? Those are all part of your strength. That's what makes you strong. How strong is your armor? If somebody come charging at you with an attack, how can you defend yourself? But like I said, part of your power is your words, right? The word of God. The word of God. That's your sword. That's your only offensive weapon when they're talking about the armor of God. So that's your only source of actual power. Your words. That's why they say a man, what you speak is how things is going to be. If a man talk negative, that's going to be negativity. If a man speaks positive, that's going to be positive. You know, even that inner conversation is also where your power starts to be generated at and formed, right? So you have your spiritual, psychic abilities, and then you actually have your words, right? So you got your mind, your spirit, you got your words, and then you also have your body, like actually physically showing power by punching, fighting, jumping, running fast. Like that's your other level. So you got spiritual, mental, verbal, as well as physical, right? These are all of your ways to show power. This is one thing I like to tell y'all. Watch out for how people compliment you. People can throw you something that can be taken as a compliment the whole time they intending it to be an insult. People who have power over you do this a lot, or who think they over you. It's ridiculous, but they do it a lot. You hear it a lot on the media, TV shows, especially when they're talking about people who are disenfranchised, people who they deem to be under them, people who they call minorities, right? They call them minorities and they say, oh, you strong. You're a strong black woman. You're a strong single parent. Oh, you were so strong. You went through abuse. You were in foster homes. They rarely call you powerful. They rarely call you powerful. Why? Why do they do that? Because they don't want you to change things. They don't want you to affect change. They want you to be able to take whatever they dish out as long as possible. It's strategy, y'all, and it's all words. And if you don't know the difference between strength and power, you'll just be caught in the middle. You'll just be a part of the game, being strong your whole life, not changing nothing, not changing anything. It's about defense and offense. That's how you become a complete player. That's how you become successful in life, period, man. On your road to success, you're going to have battles. That's going to be some obstacles. You can't just defend yourself the whole time in a battle. You got to be able to strike. So these people are actually giving you a backhanded compliment by saying, oh, you're strong, you're strong, you're strong, you're strong, and not ever calling you powerful. You need to ask yourself, am I powerful? In what ways am I powerful? Where does my power come from? How powerful am I in those areas? And if you can't answer any of those with a satisfactory response, then maybe generate some more power. The way you generate more power is by having more faith. If you believe that you're more powerful, you will be. By having truth. When you can spit out the truth and hold on to it no matter what nobody say, when you go through in an action, that confidence in that truth, in that faith, with that faith, your strike, your psychic abilities, all of this is going to be that much stronger because you believe. You believe in what you say. That's your sword. That's your sword. That's your sword. That's the word of God. When you say something and you believe what you're saying and it's the truth, oh man, you dangerous. You dangerous when you go down and meditate and you start to manifest all of these things that you want. You want to see a cure for this disease. You start to manifest the money in your life. You start to manifest this invention. You know, you use your telepathy to speak to your people. When you start to doing that with belief and faith, you're that much more powerful. When you pray with a purpose, with faith and knowing that it's going to happen, with that confidence, you're that much more powerful. That's one way. Another way to show your power is to not do it alone. One sword is dangerous, but when you combine it with fellowship, other people, they fight with you. Y'all become like one sword. Y'all become like one movement, one motion, one strike. It's that much more powerful. Now, I'm not a big fan of going to these churches. I'm not a big fan of stuff like that. However, I'm for proper fellowship, teamwork, brotherhood, and family. and being on one accord with like-minded beings. That's what this is all about. That's going to enhance your power, because iron sharpens iron. When they say sharpens iron, do you sharpen your shield? Do you sharpen your shoes? What about your belt? Do you sharpen your belt? Do you sharpen your helmet? You sharpen your sword. So when they say iron sharpen iron, they're talking about power. You sharpen your sword. That's your edge. Come on, y'all. Iron sharpens iron. All right? Using your spiritual and psychic abilities often and to their maximum potential will bump your level up every time. So you'll be expanding your power by constantly going hard and being explosive. So I just gave y'all a little breakdown, man. Same thing when it go with strength. Having faith, man. Knowing you're going to get through it. Not giving up. Willpower. That's number 2. Not giving up willpower. And number 3. The same three. Number 3. Fellowship. Having a team. That y'all become like one shield. The truth. All of that. The truth. Man, come on. That's your strength. Somebody can't lie to you if you got the truth. Hold on to it. Peace is another part of defense. The shoes that prepare the way for peace. The shoes that prepare the way for peace. Peace. Everywhere you walk, there's peace. Being a peaceful person is the best defense you can have. You ain't got no problems. You see what I'm saying? The armor of God is the key to strength and power. But knowing the difference between strength and power will help you to win a battle. The helmet of salvation. The breastplate of righteousness. If you live right, you don't have to fear anything. My mom always tell me this. Live right and fear not. When you live right, you can walk with confidence. You ain't got to whisper. You ain't got to hide. Because you're an upright person. You ain't got nothing to hide. You see what I'm saying? Go check out the armor of God, y'all. This is very important. It's simple. I broke it down for y'all a little bit. You know, I said faith. That's a shield of faith. The helmet of salvation. That's a whole different mind. It's the helmet. It's the way you think. You different. You elevated. You saved. You salvation. You thinking like that. Right? Man, it's a beautiful day out here, man. I want y'all to really practice being powerful. Not just putting up with stuff. Not just being resilient. Not just being tough. But affecting change for the positive. They got some brilliant people out there that know how to draw, sing, file taxes, all of these different things. You a lawyer, you love law, you're an activist waiting to happen, you're a revolutionary. Do something with it, and don't just live in a system. Start to work on your new system that's actually going to take us out of this wicked, evil, negative place that a lot of people are experiencing. I ain't going to say us, but there's a lot of people. And we could really use you because you're important. You're important. This video is for somebody out there that really wanted to, you know, do something about what's going on. The coronavirus, all this other stuff. It's one thing to put up with, it's another thing to change it. Love y'all, man. All peace and love, positivity, go to Yahawah. Peace.